Manchester City are one of two teams considered to be favourites to sign Borussia Dortmund midfielder Jude Bellingham, according to a report. There are few players in world football attracting more interest than Jude Bellingham at this moment in time. At just 19 years of age, the midfielder is arguably the most talented teenager playing in Europe, evidenced by his fantastic performances for Dortmund. The youngster was signed by the Bundesliga outfit in 2020 from Championship club Birmingham City after playing just one full season in England's second tier. Despite being just 17 years of age at the time of his signing for Dortmund, Bellingham had already made quite the name for himself. The Midlands native made his debut in the season prior for Birmingham aged 16 and made such an impression that several clubs were angling for his signature. It is widely known that Manchester United were one of those teams desperate to sign the youngster. However, the then 17-year-old ultimately opted to join Borussia Dortmund as he believed it would aid his development, which is a view that is hard to disagree with in hindsight. Since he arrived in Germany 2 years ago, Bellingham has gone on to become one of his club's most important players and a fully-fledged England international, all before he's even turned 20. The central midfielder has played in every single minute of Dortmund's campaign thus far and has put in some fantastic performances, particularly in the Champions League. Bellingham has scored 3 goals and provided 1 assist in just 3 European games this season, a fantastic record for a player who isn't considered to be a goal scorer. One of those goals was a thumping header against Manchester City, and it is believed that the Sky Blues are now one of the favourites to sign the 19-year-old next season. According to German outlet Bild, City and Premier League rivals Chelsea are the two clubs most likely to sign the youngster next summer. The report states that alongside the vast amounts of wealth the Citizens have, they also have an additional factor that could aid them in acquiring Bellingham. And that factor is Erling Haaland, the England star's former Dortmund teammate. The two struck up a close relationship while Haaland was at Dortmund, both on and off the pitch. Both men are believed to be good friends and remain in contact with each other, which could help in convincing Bellingham to move to the Etihad. While the former Birmingham man still has 3 years left on his current deal, he is expected to leave the club in the near future. The report states that Bellingham is planning to leave his current employers for a top club next summer. City fans will be hoping that the top club in question is the Sky Blues, while the rest of the league will be praying he decides to move to another club. The prospect of Bellingham linking up with Haaland once again is certainly a terrifying one for the other 19 clubs in the league. If City were to secure the 19-year-old's services, they would be set up to dominate the league for another decade. In Holland, the club already possess a striker that is destined to command world football for another 10 years. The Citizens would have truly frightening potential if they added a midfielder that is capable of doing the same, or possibly even more, with Bellingham being 3 years younger than his former teammate. However, it is likely that there will be many twists and turns in the race for the midfielder, which will almost certainly be the next year's biggest transfer saga.